All Coronation Street spoilers for next week with very cruel exit. A dramatic chapter closes on Coronation Street next week as a long-standing character makes a shocking departure. Wrapped in heartbreak and betrayal that promises to leave viewers reeling. Monday, April 28. Tension lingers at number 13 when Carl drops by and Abby immediately senses something is off. Though he downplays his mood, citing concern for Kevin's health, Carl hints at regret over lost time. Abby, seeing a more vulnerable side of him, reassures Carl that despite their rocky beginnings, she's genuinely glad he's around. But the moment takes an unexpected turn when Carl leans in for a kiss, leaving Abby caught off guard. Daisy grows uneasy when Christina insists on keeping her burner phone, resisting the idea of allowing Jenny and Dom to communicate directly. The situation grows more complicated when Jenny reveals a surprise inheritance. Money from shares bought long ago by Daisy's father. Jenny, with hopeful intent, shares plans to invest in Dom's business. The mood shifts again when Daniel stops by the Rovers, only to catch Christina juggling two phones, deepening the mystery. Debbie dodges a lunch invite from Ronnie, telling him she's tied up with Carl at a supposed meeting. In truth, she's visiting the hospital, where a neurologist confirms a life-altering diagnosis: Debbie has vascular dementia. She is told that with a healthy lifestyle, she can maintain her routine for now, though the news quietly shakes her. Struggling to process her diagnosis, Debbie confides in Carl that she's not ready to share the news with the rest of the family. The gravity of her situation sinks in further when, outside the clinic, she witnesses a woman grappling with the visible effects of dementia. Later, at home, she listens as Ronnie excitedly announces his offer on number 6, unaware of the emotional weight Debbie now carries. Tensions rise in another corner of the street as Betsy firmly refuses to return to college. Carla grows increasingly suspicious, believing Betsy is manipulating Lisa, particularly when Lisa announces she'll be taking time off work to care for her. The dynamic between the three grows murkier by the day. Meanwhile, a troubled Lauren confesses to Bobby that she was the one who took the van and let Betsy take the fall. Now, Lauren admits she's receiving threatening anonymous texts, adding a dangerous twist to the already complicated situation. At the Grimshaws, a domestic mishap leaves Eileen needing a trip to A&E after slipping in the kitchen. But any sympathy fades fast when George, citing his own workload, passes the responsibility to Brian, much to Eileen's frustration and disbelief. Wednesday, April 30th. When Jenny reveals she has transferred the money, Daisy is shocked when she hears Christina talking to Dom in the Rovers' backyard. Just what are they up to? Meanwhile, Julie's bingo fundraiser is underway in the bar. With Christina in charge, Daisy goes through to the back room to find Jenny in a state of panic. Back in the bar, Christina reads out bingo numbers, unaware of what is unfolding. A frustrated Carla is left looking after Betsy at the flat. As she makes Betsy some lunch, she is surprised when Betsy picks up the pepper mill with both hands and grinds some pepper over her pasta. When Carla points out that her arm is clearly fine, Betsy leaps up, sending her lunch flying just as Lisa returns home. In the cafe, Gary tells Maria that business is slow at the shop and he's thinking of selling up and buying the builder's yard. Maria's adamant that they can't afford it. In the bistro, Gary confides in Mick how he'd like to buy the builder's yard, but Maria's not keen. Mick reckons he should go ahead as what's best for him is best for Maria too. Maria finds Gary and Mick enjoying a celebratory drink in the bistro. Friday, May 2nd. Daisy says her goodbyes before an explosive exit, leaving the street behind in spectacular fashion, with Jenny thrown into a state of panic from events the night before she begs Daisy not to leave. Ryan, Daniel and Kit mull over their failed relationships with Daisy. As Daisy puts the final touches to her escape plan, emotions run high. Will a heart-to-heart with Daniel change her mind, or is she a woman on a mission? An excited Gary assures Maria he's going to make a success of the builder's yard. Maria warns him that it was a mistake to offer Mick a job and tells Mick he's not welcome. In the precinct, Liam's in trouble when his phone is snatched. As the lads continue to terrorize Liam, Mick approaches. Brian calls with a wheelchair for Julie, Putting on a brave face, she gets Eileen to wheel her into the pub, but it's clear she's in pain. Julie lets slip to George that Eileen is bored with their relationship and he needs to make more effort. George is worried. Carla takes a swipe at Betsy for faking her injury. Lisa lets it slide. But when Tracy makes it clear she wants paying for the damage to her van and Carla asserts Betsy should contribute. Debbie calls with his things and assures a heartbroken Ronnie he's done nothing wrong. It's her. Dee finds Ronnie trying to soothe a grisly Layla. Dee insists that she'll give Layla her bottle and tells Ed she'd like to help out until James returns. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.